It has turned into one of those readings, okay? Yeah, you guys a spicy read. No, I'm kidding. It is early as fuck. Oop, it fell right out. Got heart chakra, compassion and forgiveness. I have a compassion for myself and for those around me. I let go of anger, resentments, and torments from the past, and I do not give my power away to those involved. Forgiveness is a gift I give to myself. I forgive myself for things I feel I could have done differently in the past, and I remind myself that my response could not have been any more evolved than it was at the time. I am compassionate to those in need, as it shows them that they are not alone. I practice this by listening, sharing, understanding, and being of service. I was interrupted in the middle of the first reading, so I'm just go ahead and pick y'all a fresh card. I started it with the crown chakra, so that's like your neurological system. So some of you guys may be dealing with anxiety, depression, seasonal depression. You could be in your head a lot. Some of you guys could be possibly dipping in faith, whether that be in a higher power or within yourselves. But I'm here to tell you, you got it, you know. And then ironically, throat chakra came out, connect with spirit. Yeah. I develop a quiet mind that allows me to tune in and get in touch with my higher self or my spirit. I listen for the guidance that is there waiting for me to hear. I am open to the truth and I welcome spiritual inspiration from others. Hello. I will benefit greatly by practicing meditation and stillness. I ask for inner guidance to assist me in getting more in touch with my spirit. I know that if I ask for guidance, it will be given. Okay, yeah, so I just said I played the crown chakra, meaning that, you know, it could be a possible lapse in faith. You need to sit down and pray, connect with spirit, develop a quiet mind, develop the inner guidance that you need so that you can hear yourself. And then I kind of actually want to go back to the first card that came out. And the first card that came out was compassion and forgiveness. And just kind of going to that, I feel like you may be losing faith in yourself because you have like a perfectionism streak that's going on. You could be getting angry at yourself about decisions that you made in the past. The wintertime tends to be a reflective period in our lives where we kind of like think about the entire year. And we think about the good things, but we might get stuck on thinking about, you know, a lot of the bad things that happen, especially a lot of the bad things that happen due to our own decisions. But I'm here to tell you, you know, you didn't know at that time, you know, build off of that wisdom and know that you can continue to trust yourself. Don't lose faith in yourself and don't lose trust in yourself because you might have led yourself down a few, you know, wrong paths. But that's part of the journey. No path is a wrong path because it is still going to lead you to your destination so long as you choose to learn, okay, from the mistakes and the detours that you tend to end up on within your journey, or that you end up on your journey, not that you tend to end up on. So, I mean, maybe somebody seems like they constantly, you know, are going through a cycle. They tend to end up like this is typical for them. Something that you're going through is typical for you. Have compassion for yourself and just kind of take a step back, find that peace, find that meditation, and even pray and ask God, like, what are you trying to teach me? What are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to show me right now? You know, and if it comes back on you, forgive yourself. Forgiveness is a gift I give to myself. I forgive myself for things I could have done differently in the past, and I remind myself that my response could not have been any more evolved than it was at the time. You didn't know. You know, I'm having an old random flashbacks about relationships, but it also could mean that these people are thinking about you. Retrograde did begin on November 25th, so all I'm going to say about that is don't be dumb, okay? Hold compassion and have forgiveness, but do not forget and do not compromise. And then also, you know, you can have compassion for the person. Say that these people are coming back around and they're not doing so good, you know, since you walked away or whatever. You know, that doesn't mean that it's your job to save them. It means that God has them, you know, and whatever decisions they made in their life are playing out. And it's time for them to have accountability for themselves. You have to give them room to be aware of what they've done so that they can receive God's grace just as you are, so they can receive forgiveness just as you are. You can't be in the way of that, especially if you've already been forgiven and all of that. God, like, move along. You're good. You learned this lesson. Do not attach yourself to people that are learning lessons that you've already learned. You know, you can only help them so far. They got to go through it in order to grow through it, in order to evolve into a better person. So that's their journey. That's their feat. And, you know, don't wear yourself thin being of service. You can hold space for people without enabling them and without draining yourself. So I feel like there's some type of conversation as well, connecting with spirit. Maybe somebody wants to come in and talk to you and ask you about for your compassion and your forgiveness, but this is probably somebody that you've given that to a lot, you know. So go within and go with your gut. You know, whatever you know God is telling you to do about the situation. What I just said. I am open to truth and welcome spiritual inspiration from others. So you came here for the answer about whether or not to let that person in. You know. I asked for inner guidance to assist me in getting more in touch with spirit. I know that if I ask for guidance, it will be given. And maybe it was just given. You know, so I'm not going to repeat myself. But yeah, but let go of the anger. Let go of the resentment. Let go of the torments, you know, replaying what that person did or what happened or what you did. Let it go. We want into a new year. Let it go. So that's your reading. And since I got the heart chakra and the throat chakra, I'm going to play those two bowls as well. So throat chakra. Okay. Heart chakra. I start glitching. Oh, something fell. Hey, this real. Heart chakra. And remember, have compassion and forgiveness, but don't you compromise or forget.